Hello. Hey, Ali. Are you able to share the screen to me and let me take a look? What's the problem you have?
Is it okay? It says host disabled.
Hey, Ali. All right. Are you able to share the screen to me and let me take a look? What's the problem you have?
No, it says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, give me a second. I will just. All right.
It says host disabled.
Yeah, try it again. Hey, Michael. The Discord server is like this, and I'm thinking we are going to build a group for everybody who want to join our class. So that's why I want a Discord server. I'm not sure if you know how to do that.
Yeah. I don't use Discord for games, but it's actually really useful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you have experience to set it up? Like,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have a lot of friends who, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I want you to do just set up a coding club, or just
Okay,
coding club for everybody. So
Do I share my screen or just like quickly do it and then?
no, you just do it when you have time. No worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So our plan is like I want to have some kid they are already in the class, or they have the experience on doing the coding, and they will give some guidance to the other students, so they can help with each other. That's what I'm thinking for this course server.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no worry about that, and we may just create one server, and I will have everybody join it, and we will try and see if it work or not. So, but right now you should be the administrator of the server, right? So
Yeah, I can also make you the administrator once you join.
yeah, we will have more people to be share with the administrator, so everybody can share with each other. But yeah, I need your help to start it first, and then I will talk to the other students and see if they want to join or not.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Just make a name called coding club or something, and yeah, we can start from there. All right. So Ali, what's the problem?
When I made the index of HTML file,
Mm-hmm.
I can't run it.
Oh, how about you go to the your website? Yeah, go to your website. Yeah, because this website is usually it will just go directly to the index.html file. So if you name it as index2.html, which you are using index2.html, right? The name of your file. If you go click on the Ali2252, yeah, you click on that, and I will tell you. And scroll down a little bit. Yeah, see, you have two files here, right? One is index2.html, the other one is index.html. So every time they will go just to the first file, index.html. So that's why you have to edit this file in order to show it on the show your code on the index.html. You got what I'm saying?
Edit this file?
Yeah, edit this file and just that's what you the first page they are going to hit on here. Yeah.
And then copy the code.
Yeah, you just copy the code and go here and yep, and commit it. Now, yeah, just wait for a couple minutes. It should show up here. Yeah, just wait for a moment. But of course, the other trick, if you go to the URL, just type something. You click on the Chrome. Yeah, click on here, and now you by the end of the this year, you click one more time. Click one more time. Yeah, and now you type by the end, and now go forward slash and index 2. Oh, yeah, here you go. It just come up.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got it?
Yeah, I don't know how to use this app though.
Oh, this app is like, for example, there's only one. If you scroll down a little bit, and you go back to you just go back to your app. Go back to your app, and now because right now you have already have the repository, right? Your name, username, and .github.io, and there's nothing to change. So there's nothing you need to do, but you can click on the button called Open in Visual Studio Code. You click on that. Yeah. And now you open this file, right? So how about now what you need to do, just yeah. Now here you have two files, right? Just copy the index2.html. Yeah, copy everything from the index.html and paste to the index.html. Yeah.
But is this line correct?
They are correct. No worry about it. Yeah, you just copy all of them. Yeah.
And commit.
Yeah, commit and then push to the origin. Just push. Yeah. And that's not unable to push the commit to the branch because there are commits on the remote. Fetch the commits before pushing in order to, yeah, you just do fetch. Yeah, let's fetch because we just change on the server, right? On the GitHub. And now let's just go back to the Visual Studio Code and see what do you have. And now click on the index.html. Click on the, and yeah, it seems like they already have it. So we just go back to GitHub, the GitHub. No, for everybody, because that is for the intermediate level of our coding class, and we are working on some project, and but we after 3 p.m. and we are going to continue on the Python, and right now I am helping Ali to do the GitHub.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's no I get it how to do the GitHub, right? So you just you can do it on your Visual Studio Code and through the GitHub, and you can commit the change and push to the GitHub repository. And after a few minutes, it will go to your website. And that's all we need to do. The other way is if you don't want to use the GitHub, you can go to your GitHub repository and add it directly from the website, the GitHub website. But I find using the Visual Studio Code would be much more easier for you guys to do your work. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, it's good job. And so from next week, next Tuesday, we are start to design our project. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Michael. And I will have to wait for 2 minutes, and then we will start the Python coding. Okay. And at the meantime, I will keep my Zoom turning on, and but try to not spam on it. Okay. And the other way is Michael is helping us to set up a Discord server. If you have experience on that, once Michael set up the Discord server, and you can join the Discord server, and we will use the Discord server to communicate with each other. And because if you are growing from the basic level to the intermediate level, you might probably have a lot of questions and some ideas you want to develop, and then we will use the Discord server to communicate with each other, and we will try to build something from there. All right. So, but today we are still working on the Python and on the beginning level, and after this month, after July, after June, and we will finish the beginning level for this term. And whoever feel comfortable and they think, oh, I'm good at the Python, and you can move forward to the intermediate level instead of because I'm going to repeat the same lessons, the same course again for the Python, just for the beginners. But whoever want to move forward to the intermediate level, you should be able to go to the intermediate. And in the intermediate level, we will for Python we will solve the problem in CCC, which is a little bit harder than what we have today in the base level. And also we will work on some HTML project, and we have some senior student and they will help you out. And of course, if you are good at that, and you would be a teacher like the others. Okay. And yeah, I will wait 1 more minute, and hopefully everyone will be ready, and then we will start our class. Okay, I am just going to grab my cup, and then I will come back with you. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Hopefully you can hear me. If you don't, and please let me know in the chat box. And today we are going to talk about class. So I'm going to show you what is class in Python. In the same thing, I will go to W3 Schools, and I hope you can do the same thing. W3schools.com. And you should be able to come over here and learn by yourself, because pretty much all the popular programming language are here. So I click on Python, and last week we still working on the dictionaries. So what dictionaries means, and you have something called key and value. Okay, so you would think, oh, there's one key and there's one value, and one key, one value, and one key and one value. So for the value, it would be some string or number or list or another dictionary or an object. What we are going to talk about, object. So, and for the dictionary, basically you would think, and for the key, it looks like a variable, right? It's just a variable, they can hold some values. And since we already learned the variable, right? It just looks like some value, some variable, but they just wrap it by the brace. So if you want to get the value of this key, or you set this variable, and you just use the dictionary name with the key, wrap it by a bracket, a square bracket. Or they have the other way, if you want, and you can use dot get parenthesis and with the key. And usually we just do this way because it's much more simple and easier, and you don't want to type more, right? You don't want to type dot get something. But yeah, you might just like this way. And of course, for this variable, you can change, like this key, you can change the key. Sorry, you can't change the key. You can change the value in with the key. Like the year is 1964, and you can change it to 2020 or whatever year you want. And we can look through the dictionary, but we haven't used that yet, because what they said, look through the dictionary, you just look through the all this key. We might do that, but it rarely need to do have to do, because we can access the key by just put the name here. Okay, but today we are going to learn something new, and probably that is the last concept you need to know about Python, and the rest of them just some trick and how you can use it, like for example, like lambda or lambda, and just the shortcut to do the function. And I'm not going to cover it in the basic level because it looks ugly and it's not easy to read, but you should be able to understand. They just convert the way of the function into something they call lambda function, and not a new concept. It's just a shortcut for a function, right? But we are going to do the class today. So you may ask, what is class? So classes is like when you go to school, you have the class, like you have the music class, you have the like the English, or you have the maybe the social or some class in your school. But in Python, the class, what the class here, they usually mean like, for example, like fish is a class, bird is a class, and or plant like some vegetable, maybe you can call it a class, or animal you can call it a class. So you know what I mean, and that kind of class. Okay, so what that kind of class means, it means just like why they name it called class, because the reason they want to do the class because they want to share the code. That's the first reason they want to share the code, and I'm going to show you how they share the code. Remember that they're going to be sharing the code like the function. When you do the function, you can call the function, right? You keep calling it, and you don't have to code it again and again. You just call the function and repeat that code. And the same thing for class. That's the purpose for the class. One of the purpose. So you can build a class, and then you can copy the whole set of code, and then you can use that code again and again. Okay, that's one of the purpose to have the class. And once we copy them, it's quite similar, right? For example, I have a class called bird, and then you have the swallow, you have the hawk, and you have the different of birds, and they just share the same kind of characters, features. We call features, or we can say is properties of from the original bird. So they may look much more the same like the birds. Okay, and that's we came with the idea called class. But for the programming, for Python programming, it's just like this definition. They're going to put a lot of variables and functions altogether inside the class. And so we can repeat this code again and again. You don't have to code it again and again. All right. So let's see what is the how to define a class, and we are going to do some exercise based on the class, and then you will get some feeling about the class. So again, it's just like a function, and when you define a class, you use a keyword called class. And just like if you define a function, you will have def, and then you put a name and space, and you put a name like a function name, whatever name you want. And for the class, they will do the same thing, just change from the def to class, just class and my class. And now for this class, and they will say I want to have a properties and name x equal to 5. All right, so what does it mean? It looks like a dictionary, right? So like, for example, if you have a dictionary called my class, and you might just have a dictionary name and then equal to a brace x column and 5, and that would be a dictionary. But here it looks the same, like you have class and a name, just looks like a variable, whatever name you want. But here is not a variable, it's just the name for the class. So, and you have a variable, but they call it property inside the class, and equal to a value called 5, and that is the class called x equal to 5. Okay, and then with this code, so how am I going to copy this code? So when we say we want to copy this code, I'm not going to say I'm going to highlight them and copy and paste. No, it's not. It's like they will do something like this. See, they will have the class name and just call it, or we said it's going to create something, a copy of this code, and equal to assign it to a variable. Called P1, and now you just print P1.x. X is this guy, but they are not use parentheses. No, not use bracket to access the variable called x equal to 5, and they use dot x. Okay, so let's just compare what we have with the dictionary and the class. And I'm going to open my repel it, and I'm going to open the repel it. And of course, if you have the PyCharm, you should use the PyCharm. But I think I opened the wrong one. All right, so let's just say I have my class, or just saying my dictionary. Okay, my dictionary, and if I want to have the x and verify, but the x is a key, that's why I have to wrap it with single quote, and then column, and then a variable. And now I also have another key and variable like 6. Okay, and that's how I can store some variable inside my dictionary. So I just store x and y, or probably I can do z. Okay, z. Okay, so you can have x, y, z in the dictionary. Okay, which is easier. If you want to access the value of y, you just do, for example, you can print you just output to the console, right? So my dictionary, and you use bracket, and now you put the key here and y, and then once I print, it should be show the value of 6. Okay, so I'm going to run it, and it will show the value of 6, just this value. Okay, now if I use the class to do this job, and I may just do class. Okay, I will name it my class, and you may aware I'm using uppercase in my class, because that is the convention when we name a class. We want to have a capital letter in our class, because we use M, like this M is a capital, is uppercase to name it. So everybody, when you read something with the capital, and you may guess that could be a class. Okay, and now based on this example, and they just put x equal to 5, right? So I'm going to just put x equal to 5, right? Now y equal to 6, and z equal to 7. You get what I'm saying? And now if I want to access the value of y, and how should I do? And you might just print, and if you this time you want to say, how about I can do my class, and see it work or not. My class and dot, like just y. Okay, So I'm gonna print it. It should be have 1 6 and the second 6. And let's see. So you would have 2 6. Okay. Now you see, oh, it works exactly like the dictionary. Eh? Let me try one more, and I may just do print my class.z, and it should show me 6 6 and 7, and let's try it. And now it's 6 6 7. Okay. And yeah, but you will say, oh, you just told me you can copy this code, right? You can copy this code. And what Python do here is called, they are going to create an object. Okay, what is object mean? And I may just create it and I will explain to you. Like, I have my class equal to, when I say my class, and I use lowercase here, it's small m, it's lowercase m instead of capital M. And if you see something like this with the with a lowercase m, this might be a variable, okay? So instead of a class, and you would do this, use the class and have a something called parenthesis here, because it looks like we learn the function, right? You use the function to call it, and but here we say we are going to create an object. Okay, we are going to create an object, and this object will assign to this variable called my class, and that's how we copy all this variable into my class. All right, so again, I'm going to print it, and just my class dot just do z. Okay, it will show you 6 6 7 7, and I'm going to click on here. Now run. It should show 6 6 7 and 7. Okay, so I will give you like about 5 minutes, and you are going to finish this code. And once you are finished, please let me know and leave a message in the chat box so we can move forward. All right, I think most of you guys have finished, and we will continue with this. And you might feel something hard for the class, because when we talk about class, is about something called object-oriented programming. It's called object-oriented programming. So I'm going to show you what it means. Object-oriented programming. So it's a little bit different than what we used before, and but Python is object-oriented programming is a way we do the programming. There are a few ways to do the programming, but Python is called object-oriented programming, one of them. So it's like let's see, Python. Where Python is here, right? It's here. Includes Python. You can have Java, C++, C#, Python, R, PHP, JavaScript, Ruby, Perl, and Pascal, Objective-C, Dart, and Swift, and Kotlin, and Smalltalk. And they are all object-oriented programming. And some of you might use the DOS, like the DOS command, and DOS is not object-oriented. Okay, but Python is object-oriented. We'll continue here. And once we create an object, you might want to say about what we can do with the class, what's special with the class. And here we go. And there's we usually can define a function called init. Okay, init, like init. But this init, they have one underscore, two underscore at the beginning and the end here. All right. So you see, in a class like this class, they define a function called init. Init. So what is init mean? It just stands for initialization. So let me show you the word initialization. So initialization, okay. So let's open it. Initialization. So what is initialization means? It means just when you start with something, and first you will set it up with that the process. For example, and when I buy a new phone, right? You have a new phone, a new iPhone. So the first time when you charge and turn it on, they already have the, some app, like for example news and maps, and also they also have like for example, let me turn on my phone. They might have settings or weathers, calendars. So before you use your phone, they already install all these apps for your phone. So that is called initialization. When you start to use the phone, they already set up they already install some app for you to use. So the same concept on the class. So before you use a class, they want to initialize some value or some most likely is some value inside the class, and they will use a keyword called myself dot name for that app, like the variable, like what I mean is like the weather app like the map app or something like this. Okay, so I'm going to show you the same thing on the on our exercise here. So but with you have finished this code, right? So I'm going to define a function, and but you have double underscore and initial and underscore. All right. So you have two underscore. One is underscore is at the front of your init, and the other one is by the end of the init. All right. So that is a very special function. And now I have the parenthesis here. Okay. And now I have a column here. Okay. So you might have the space here between here because that is only the name. Or without the space, you can remove this space. It's up to you. But for this name, the function name, you have to have two double underscore at the beginning and double score by the end of the initial, and which make it a special function for this class, because once you create this object, and this function will call. Okay, once you have this create, and this function will automatically be called by the Python, and we will create that. So what inside this function, I'm going to do just self dot like we have a map, right? A map app, map, a map app, app, right? Just let's just keep it simple. app1 equal to just 1. Okay, and then second one, self dot app2 is equal to 2. Right? Okay, let's see what's long. All right. One more point. So if you want to use the cell, and you have to put the cell here, right? Put the cell as the parameter. And I'm gonna correct it one more time. So let's just put it as shell here. Okay. And that's the thing I always forgot, because I forgot to put the shell in the parameter. Okay. So I have F1 and F2. Think about just like this one is a calendar, this one is a map. Okay. Whatever name here is dot is just looks like a variable, but for a class we said this one is a properties, like we call it properties. It's just a different name for that, but you can think about it just a variable, but belong to the class, Okay, so after I have this F1 and F2, I can print this one. Let's just print F1, and it will show you the value 1. All right, so let me just run it. So it will show the last one is value 1. All right, and yeah, I want to give you like 5 minutes. You're going to finish this code. What we do here is just like we define one function, and a very special function which with the name called init. But even with init, you have the double underscore in the front and the other double underscore by the end, and that's the name of this function. And also in the function they have a parameter called self, 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 and you would have this self to carry some other variable. You would say, what, the other variable? Yeah, is like, for example, I have app1, f1 and f2. Okay, f1 and f2. All right, so you have f1 and f2, so I have 1 and 2. Okay, so now you print the my class.y and my class.z, and it will show this variable 6 and 7. And now you are going to create an object for my class, and you print my class.f1. Looks exactly like x and y and z, but I want to access this variable, so it will show you the value of 1, and that's what we call is properties for this object, for my class object. All right, so I will give you like 2 minutes. You just finish this piece of code and define something called initial for an initial function for my class. And in programming, we call it constructor. Constructor. Let's see what constructor. So let's see if they have something like constructor here. They didn't mention constructor, but yeah. But we always call them constructor. Okay, we call them constructor because we want to construct this this object before we create it. Okay, so yeah, I want you to finish your code like this way, and the last number should be show 1 because that's the value from the f1. Right? And of course, once you have finished, please leave a message on the chat box so I can know you have finished, and then we can move forward with that. Okay, I think most of you guys have been done, and it's pretty easier because we just add one more function inside the class. But don't forget that because we are inside this my class, you have to have some space here, like two space. I use two space in here, but you can use either two space or four space. And usually people like four space because they have this indentation would be much more easy to read. But you can do two space or four space. So you can have two space here because it means you are under the my class here. Okay, and also for this function again you have one space, two space from the from this def, like two space. Okay, in yeah, what I want you to do, just like rename the my class, like rename my class to a phone, like phone. And once you rename, and you have to rename here, right? Phone. Rename here a phone, like a phone, like a phone, right? So also you can do this my class, you rename it to phone. And for my class, I want you to rename it to like my iPhone, like my iPhone. My iPhone, and also my iPhone. All right. So we renamed my class to phone, which is a class is a phone. So you can have you use the phone to initiate it, and so you can have my iPhone is one of the phone, or you can have of course my iPhone have F1 is equal to 1, and of course you can have F2 equal to 2. And but what I want to do, just like I rename here, change the F1 value to, let's just to my F1 is my F1 just be a map, okay? And also I have the phone is calendar, okay? And I may have more phone. F3 equal to, let's say a calculator. How to spell calculator? CALCULATOR. Okay, it's a calculator, or you can have F4 is equal to photo. Just photo. Yeah, just inside my phone you might already have this kind of app inside your phone. And now if you want to know, for example, I want to know my iPhone 2, my iPhone is the app 2, what kind of my app, it should be show you calendar. So I run it, it will show you calendar here, right? And of course I don't need the dictionary here because I just show you how the difference between a dictionary and a class, because dictionary it used this way to hold a value, like a key and value, key and value. But for a class, and you can do this way and also on this way, and there are a little bit difference between them, but I'm not going to tell you right now. but we will keep it like this because you can define some properties inside here, and in the dictionary they call key, but in the class they call properties. And they also can do the properties like this way, because self, it refers to the object here, my iPhone. But right now you might not be aware of what is self mean. And let's just think about the self. It's just like after you create an object, use the phone, and it would be referred to this guy, okay, my iPhone. If you create an object, it will be the self, and that's why I use my iPhone app 2, and it will show calendar. And you might think, can I just do print phone.app2? It will show another calendar between, like, let's just F1, would it be a map? And I will run it, and you will see what's the error. And now it will say the type of phone has no attribute of F1. So it means this phone doesn't have the F1, because the cell is referred to my iPhone instead of your phone. Okay, and that would cause you a lot of confusion, but right now you have to remember that this cell is referred to my iPhone, is this object instead of the class. All right, so I'm going to remove this one, and it might make you a little bit confused, but let's just say I have to have my iPhone, and then I can have my app. And you can just have the phone, and then you already have your app. So you can think about like this. And this one is just the advertisement. You saw it on the TV. You saw it on TV, and saying, oh, and my phone can have this kind of thing. But not until you go to the store and buy a new iPhone, and you cannot use the app 2 like this app. You have to go to the store and buy it, and now you can do my iPhone app 2. Okay, so you have to go create the object, and you go to the store and buy a phone. Otherwise, if you watch the app commercial in the TV, you never can get app 2. All right, so yeah, I want you to just finish this code, like add a few app 1, app 2, app 3, app 4 with different app name, and now you initialize it and print it out like app 2 or app 3, app 4. And now you should be able to use this app. Like I can use the calendar app, I can use the app 3 or app 4. Now once you print it, and you should have the calendar output. And now I'm going to remove the dictionary, because I just show you how the class means comparing to a dictionary. So but we are not going to talk about dictionary today. I just remove it. So we have a phone class, and you install a whole bunch of app. And also maybe I just remove the XYZ, and hopefully it's not causing you to be confused. So but right now I have phone, and once you have you go to the store, and you buy a phone, and you create the object of the phone, so you have the real iPhone. And once you have the real iPhone, you can use the app 2 or you can use F3. Okay. Yeah. When Eric saying when would you use dictionary over class and class over dictionary, and that is a good question, and we'll see because dictionary is just a variable to holding some value, but for class you will make like I have my iPhone and you have your Android phone and you have your BlackBerry and you have your Xiaomi or Samsung phone, and you have different kind of phone, and they have different they can install their own app, and of course they have their own user. They have they carry their own way to do their own things. So but dictionary only carry the value. For a class they can carry values and the function. All right, so so right now we have my iPhone here, right? Let's just do one more variable here called cell.photos. Okay, right now my photos, I just have only empty photos in my library, because when you buy your phone, of course it just have 0 photos in your phone, right? In your phone album. If you go to your phone and there's only 0 photos in your phones, and if you just print it out like photos, and there would be nothing in your there's nothing in your phone. If I run it, it's just empty, nothing in the phone, in the photos album. It's just empty. And now we are going to define a function called take photo. Okay, take photo, and that's the function, and with the parenthesis, and also have the column here. And now every time when you take a photo, there should be some picture coming in. Like just define a parameter called pictures. How to spell picture? So it's just like I have a function to take photo, and now you have a picture. And now after you take a picture, it should have dot photos. Your photos should push put the picture see, I forgot this one again, because every time I will forgot the cell, and then that's why it just compress. So once I put the cell, it means for your iPhone and then photos. Now every time once you take a picture, and this picture we'll put it into the photos. Okay, now I'm going to take a picture with my iPhone, like my iPhone, and dot take photos photo. Like for example, I take a photo of myself, George. Let's just take a photo of George. And of course you can take a photo of your brother or sister or your pet or your dog or your cat, whatever photo you want to take. And if I take a photo, and then let's see what is in my album, my photos album, and I will run it. And now in my album I have George. And now I'm going to take one more photo, my iPhone, dot take photo of my cat. Okay, so it will show. I run it again. I will have George and the cat, right? And that's what I want you to do. But I don't think you have the George in your home or the cat in your home, and you can take a photo of whatever you want. And I just want to show the photos album and just print out, and you can have the George and cat or your things with the taking the photo. All right. So once you're done, please let me know. I will give you about 2 minutes, and I want you to take the photo with your iPhone. And now you should have George and the cat. Sorry about that. It's not my George, and it's yourself or anything you want to take a photo. It's just like anything you want. But you have to show on here. Okay. If you're done, please let me know. Okay, I think most of you guys have been done, and the rest of the class will be just buy another phone. So I go to because I already have an iPhone, and that's why I'm going to buy my Android phone. So I just have my Android on my let's say Pixel. You guys know Pixel. Pixel is sold by Google, I guess. It's just saying my Pixel. Oh no, I just saying my Android or my Samsung. How about my Sam? Just my Sam is for my Samsung phone, okay? And just phone. And now in my Sam dot take picture, I'm gonna take another picture, and this picture is like I take a picture of flower, and also I take a picture of my let's see my my tree So I'm gonna print it and see if it will show it in my iPhone now. And if I print it, it doesn't show up on my iPhone. So what I need to do is just like print. It should show up on my Samsung phone. Photos. And now let's run that. It should show up on my Samsung phone. Now you got it. So I have my iPhone, and then it should show, I have some picture in my photos. So I have myself and the cat. But when I go to the store and I buy another phone, it's a Samsung phone, and this Samsung phone is going to take a photo of flower and take a photo of tree. And when I print my Samsung phone photos, it will show flower and tree because that photos is in my Samsung phone, and this photos is in my iPhone. All right. So yeah. So that's what I want you to add in your code. And I also want you to add the other iPhone. So probably you go to store and buy an iPhone X, and you are going to take some photo, and then you would print your photo in that phone. Now you can buy as much as phone you can. You just do create, just phone create. You can do a lot of phone, like my iPhone, Samsung phone, Pixel phone, probably Passport, BlackBerry, or what else phone you have, or Windows phone. No one uses Windows phone. Yeah, but you still can buy it from the store. And so what you need to do is just have the phone. Now you really get one phone, and then you can take a photos. And of course, we are going to add more function here, right? Your phone is not just take photo. You can install some game, like install some game in your phone, okay? But I want you to just create one more phone, like Samsung phone, and let me know if you're done. And after that, I'm going to create one more function for the phone, and so you can do some funny stuff with your phone instead of just take a picture, okay? And let me know you have done, and put it done in the chat box so I can know you are done. Oh, Eric said there's some called Xiaomi phone, Nokia, and also RCA. Never used that phone before. Huawei, yeah, I saw that on in Apple phone. Apple phone is iPhone, okay. So yeah, Xiaomi, yeah, Xiaomi, yeah, that's also a good phone, I think. Yeah, so that's what I want you to do. Just have your phone and take some picture, and also you can create more phone if you want, not just my Samsung, my iPhone, like what they said. You can create my Xiaomi, my Pixel, or my Huawei, whatever phone you would like. You just create, and what is easy to create, right? You just have the phone, the class name, and the parentheses, then you create a new phone. And now of course you automatically have the photo albums here, and if you take a picture, you taking a picture, and you just put the picture, but don't forget to put the cell here, because you have to put the cell here because for the phone, if you want to share, because once you create this phone, and it will put a parameter into here, this cell. Just put my iPhone, put it here, and that's why you can go to the photos, and these photos, And now you can take the picture, and whatever picture you put it here, and you will go to here to your photo albums. Yeah, Jerry said it's something called HTC. Really, there's a HTC phone? Lenovo, Sonic. Yeah, I saw Sonic. I had. Well, LG phone. Yeah, I used to have an LG phone, but it's broken. YB, BlackBerry. Yeah, that's also a good phone. I never used a BlackBerry phone. Motorola. Yeah. Yeah. Like everybody is just saying, keep saying different brand, and you just saying, my BlackBerry equal to phone, and then you can start to take the picture, right? Yeah, and let's just define one more function here. Is saying take photos, right? So let's see what's the phone do. You might use your phone as like, of course you use a smartphone, right? If it's the smartphone, you can do let's just do, you can take a picture, you can send a message. I just send a message, SMS. Okay, so don't forget to use the cell, because cell and message, MESSHGE, and with the column, and then every time if you send a message, you probably just have the you need to have the self.message here, messages, and let's just MSGS, maybe just messages. Now you have links here, and whatever you type a message dot send SMS, just if you send a message, it would be just messages dot append, because message is an links, right? That's why we use append. Just put it in by the end of the links. So I will put the message here. Okay, and now I'm going to just print my message. Like for example, I print my iPhone dot message. Okay, so you have an iPhone, you have a message, and now in my iPhone here, and I will do my iPhone dot send a message, like how are you doing, and I'm going to just run it. It will show you there's a message in my phone, but sounds like my okay. So now it show up, and it just like how are you doing, and then in my messages, my phone and my messages, my iPhone's messages, and you can have like send another message like my iPhone dot send SMS, like this SMS is stand for the message, I don't know, just like cool, what a day, just what a day, what a good day, something like this. So once I have that, and I just click run, and it will show what a good day in my message. And yeah, I think you get the point and how to create the phone, and we might learn a little bit how to send the message from my iPhone to my Samsung next week. But right now we just think about, you can have my iPhone to send a message, and you can also have your Samsung to do the same thing, to send a message. Okay, So of course you might have your Pixel, or you have the Motorola, Lenovo, and also LG, and Xiaomi, HTC phone. You can buy it from the store, and then you can use to take the photos or send a message. And now you can finish today's class. And yeah, and if you design a new phone and with some cool feature, please let me know and just send to my email help@dataarea.ca. Okay, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us for the Python class. Please send me a new phone with cool feature. Yeah, at the meantime, I'm going to turn on my Zoom. And if you want to talk to me about some homework or about some question about this class, and please go to my Zoom. Yeah, and if you design a new phone, please send with some feature, good feature, like not just send the SMS or taking a photo. You might design some new feature and just send to me, and I can use your phone to do the next class. We will define something cool feature with the phone. Okay, so right now I only have my iPhone and my Samsung phone, and of course you can design your own phone with this different function. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my Zoom, and you should join my Zoom if you have questions and some cool idea. So, and my Zoom ID is this. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys can unmute yourself. If you're not, please let me know. And you can just share your screen if you want, and try to not spam it. All right, there you go. And also, I just because some of you guys might haven't finished this yet, I may just like putting it like, let's see how to do that.
Can you stop the YouTube? I can hear two voice.
Well, you can turn if you go to YouTube, you can have the
I'm pretty sure you could turn off YouTube.
Yeah, you turn off your YouTube. Like for example, I have the this YouTube, right? So there's a button here. You can just turn it off, and then you just completely mute. All right.
You can
Oh, that's from my YouTube.
Well, you can turn yeah, you just turn it off, and then you can mute that. Yeah, again, if you have any question, please let me know in Zoom. And
what's the Discord?
Oh, that's a good question. So what's Discord?
Yeah.
Anyone can explain about that? Discord?
Michael, explain.
What? Why? No.
Bruh, are you serious?
So Discord is a chat community and friends.
I did get him to check it first.
Yeah, so you go to Discord.
Aren't you making a server or what, bro?
Is Michael going to make a server? And I need some people to do the administrator to admin it. And
dude, what's the server?
I think he is still working on that.
I know, but like, what's the server?
I have no idea. I didn't create any server before, but he's going to make it.
Okay, that's the server.
Right.
Oh, you're so loud.
Okay, you already have the server like this. So let's see. I'm gonna just copy it and paste on the YouTube. Yeah, that's the server of Discord. I'm not good at that, so I need someone to help me out. And
Me admin.
yeah, we will accept invite. Yes, sure. Open Discord. Yes, open. Now I have my Discord. Streaming mode enables stay safe friends. Okay.
Yeah, what's the homework? What's the homework?
Isn't the homework to add a new feature?
Yeah, the homework is that some new feature on the phone, because yeah, of course you can. You know what? You can probably next week I will show you how to send from this iPhone to my Samsung phone.
Michael.
You can do
Set up
send message to
verification.
send it. Okay.
So like, do we still use the same? Do we continue to use classes in our
Listen.
phone for the next function?
You mean what do you mean? Like,
Does it have to utilize what we learned today, like the classes?
oh, we are gonna learn it next week, like continue. But we will we probably will take a break after 28, because summer is coming, so you guys might go vacation.
I don't think anyone's going on vacation.
I have no idea. So what's your parents say? Are they going to have a vacation or something? So
No.
all right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about that with your parents. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know how to join Michael's server. Join a server with the invitation. Join
You
server.
can also send me your Discord tag.
Okay, I'm gonna join.
Michael.
Oh, here we
How do
go.
you set up verification?
Yeah, just coding crap. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, he's already created, and I have 4 people is here. Yeah, that's cool.
You should probably like change some things so you don't have to wait 10 minutes.
You,
Because that's kind of bad.
you mean the YouTube?
There's a cooldown. You must be a member for at least 10 minutes.
Oh, where's it?
Like you can't like.
Sure, I'll get rid of it.
Oh yeah, you see?
Wait,
You still
where
have
did you
9
add
minutes
the
until you can
Discord?
join it.
Oh, okay.
Discord.
That's
I'll
okay.
help you set up verification. I'll help you set it up.
I'm gonna make it.
How do you download the?
Okay, it's good.
Michael Lee, you could just like use it on Chrome, I think.
Chrome? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to download it. You can use it in Chrome. On Chrome.
Okay. I'm gonna go try it. Browser is my browser is Google Chrome.
But how do you sign out of Discord? Because I'm in my brother's account. Because I never use Discord.
You go to user settings at the bottom left.
Oh, what?
There's a gear thingy, and then you click it. Scroll down to the very bottom, and it says logout.
Oh man, I'm using my share.absp.com so I can just. Here, let me use another.
You could use
What's
EPSP.
the invite link?
What?
We'll send it. Like you could scroll, like up a little.
You guys, what's the invite link?
Scroll up. Yeah,
Send to
there
the
it is.
web.
I'm gonna use my normal browser. Yeah, you have to. Wait. Down from that? I can just Which one should I choose?
What do you mean? Which one should you choose?
Like download or Max?
No, you should. Do you wanna download or do you wanna just open it in tab?
Well, maybe I'll just gonna flip.
Wait, do you have like?
Hmm?
Do you have two computers or something?
Yeah, I have two. But
Okay, download it.
but they're both like. My mom told me I have to turn it on.
It's your choice,
Guys,
really.
I think I'm in it now.
I'm gonna download.
The Discord.
Michael, why did you change my name?
Me?
No, the other one. I know. Why? I hate you. I hate you. No one look at my name.
What?
Your name.
What is it? Dude,
No,
Fine, I'll get rid of that.
Michael, I swear to God.
Wait, what
I
is it?
swear to God.
What is it? Dude, what is it?